Hello there, I'm Yvonne de Celis coming to you on YDCtv. It is Tuesday, January 7th, and it's a little bit after 3 p.m. I'm just here to show you a couple of energy healing exercises that will hopefully help you if you're going through times of grief, sadness, trauma, or overwhelm, which a lot of us are going through right now, fresh out of the holiday season, coming out of New Year's and the other holiday seasons, depending on what you celebrate. I know this can be an incredibly stressful time of year, or actually, we've finally gotten out of this incredibly stressful time, but a lot of people have been coming to me and requesting things to help with things like stress and panic. And I'm also going through something stressful myself. But on a good note, I'm also in a study on a Quell pain management device, which is kind of like a Thames machine, and it's actually, knock on wood, I think it's working. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, all that said, just to get to one logistical thing too, by the way, if you are interested in my channel and learning more, towards the end of this video, you'll see a little subscribe icon on the bottom right of the video. If you want, it's free to do. Just click on the subscribe link, and that will give you occasional notifications if and when I make changes to my channel. Anyway, all that said, I just want to go through these few exercises to help you, again, with de-stressing or helping getting yourself out of those grief-filled moments. The first one I'm going to show you is another way of doing Donna Eden's hookup exercise. The hookup is part of her daily energy feel-good routine, which takes 5 to 10 minutes. And the way you do the hookup, I'll actually show you both methods for the hookup. The first one is you just put one finger in your navel and the other one on your third eye, which is about where your eyebrows almost meet, just a little bit above. And you press in and push up. And then you just do Reiki breathing, for example. Reiki breathing means in through the nose, out through the mouth, if you can. You can do just nasal or oral if you want, but in through the nose, out through the mouth is what it's recommended. And it's also recommended that you keep your tongue touching the roof of your mouth. There's reasons for that, the main ones being that it'll prevent dry mouth and it'll keep you focused on your breathing. So again, one finger, one middle finger if you can, or whatever finger feels right, basically on the third eye, push in and up, other finger, other middle finger in the navel, and you just want to take a couple of breaths. Let's do that together, just a few. And one more. So that is the first way I've seen of doing the hookup. Again, that's Donna Eden, who, if you want to look her up on YouTube, you will find a lot of really good energy medicine exercises under her name. But she does have an alternative way of doing that, which is very relaxing. If you wake up and you can't turn your brain off, this is a really good way of getting relaxed again. So again, one finger on the middle, right on the third eye, right between the eyes, well, between the eyebrows and a little bit higher up. Press in, push up. The other spot, however, this is different, is on your power point, which I'm going to try to show you, but I think my hair is going to be in the way. It's basically where the back of your skull meets with the top of your neck. There's a little indentation. Most people, or many people, have a little indentation right in this spot, right where the back of your skull meets with your neck. You should feel a little indent there. Put your middle finger, or again, whatever finger feels right into that spot, and also the other finger on the other hand on your third eye, and in both spots press in and push up a little bit. And let's take a couple of breaths here. I'm going to do about 3 or 4 in and out breaths. So again, when you breathe in, tongue touching the roof of the mouth, you can let it drop when you exhale. So next breath. You can handle the out-breath however you want. You can make an oral sound. You can let a whistle out. You don't have to make any noise at all. Or you can do a whooshing breath, which is what feels right to me, which is why I breathe this way. Last breath here. and out. So that's the first one. I know that's the second one actually, since I showed the other hookup method, but I primarily wanted to show the alternative way to do a hookup because it's also very relaxing. It can also help with people who suffer from insomnia because they have trouble shutting their brain off. That's a really good one because, again, when you're doing that breathing with the mouth, the tongue touching the roof of the mouth, another primary reason for that is to just force the brain to focus on something. It's supposed to help prevent those racing thoughts. So if you find you're having trouble sleeping because of something like that, see if that breathing method helps, the tongue touching the roof of the mouth, because if you're focusing on that, you'll be concentrating on something. Hopefully that will keep you preoccupied long enough to help you turn your brain off and fall asleep. But anyway, I do want to show you a couple of other ones. This is a really good one, again, for grief, trauma, and overwhelm. So the first thing you want to do is cup your face. Just cup your hands together. You can touch your face if you want. You can hold your head up, or you can just leave your hands about an inch away or a half an inch away from your face. You want to stay in your field. The field of your energy goes about 2 inches away from yourself, so you want to stay within that. And one of the people that I showed this exercise to told me that when they do this, when they cup their face with their hands, they said that it made them cry and they couldn't understand why. It's sort of a hard one to explain, but it's because of what you're tapping into here. You're tapping into, Don Eden called it the penetrating flow. It basically taps into feelings that are buried deep within. So that might be why it brings the crying out. I told him to try to let it go, try to just let himself cry it out for a little while, because I think that's one of the reasons this exercise can be so effective. But my other advice, though, is if it makes you cry to the point of discomfort, then stop doing it, because you don't want to do that. This is supposed to be an exercise that's going to help you feel better. It's a self-love exercise. So again, if you can, cup your face just for a few moments. Continue the Reiki breathing. On the exhale here, what you want to do is bring your fingers to the bridge of your nose where it meets the top of your face, and then you're going to start pressing in kind of hard and sliding your hands up your forehead up to the hairline. When you get to the hairline, you're on a meridian right here. I believe this is the liver meridian. That's what Donna Eden said. I have done the meridian tracing in the past, and the liver meridian does not trace up to here, but I have seen exercises by other energy medicine gurus where they do come up here for the liver meridian, and I will show you that exercise as well because it's very comforting. But this is a good spot too, so you can leave your hands here for a little bit if you wish, but you're going to want to eventually position them against your forehead this way, because we're doing a version of a crown pull here where you're going to push into your forehead and pull out to the sides and bring your fingers to your temples. And now if you've got a headache, something like that, you can stay at your temples for a little while if you wish. But the next move in this one is to bring your hands down. Sorry if I hit my microphone. But you want to bring your hands crisscross, once again trying to avoid the microphone. You want to bring your hands crisscross onto your heart chakra. And I am not pressing in because I will be on top of my microphone if I do that. But this is where the hands need to be touching if you want your heart chakra. And you can end the exercise here if you feel like you're ready to be done here. But if you're not done yet, the next exercise, the move that I've added to this, is to slide your hands up so that you're up top right where your neck meets down below with your back. Hold it here just for a moment and then slide down and over the shoulders. Once you get past your shoulders, start squeezing, not hard, soft, but as you go down, just little squeezes down the arm until you get to the elbows, and then just slide across. Go into prayer position, and then you can just rub your hands together and shake them off. And what that does is get rid of negative energy you may have unwittingly picked up and prevents it from going into your hand chakras. That's how you can quickly rid yourself of any negative energy you may have unwittingly picked up while you're doing this exercise. So that's the next one for trauma and overwhelm. And I did just want to show you one other one. This is more for panic moments, but this is also a feel-good exercise, and this is another one that I learned from Donna. And by the way, for people who are sick and tired of hearing me say the name Donna Eden, the reason I bring her up so much is she's the person I discovered energy healing through. I did not get my training through her, however. I did become certified in energy healing and Reiki master level, but I did that through Ataya Lee at the Academy of Energy Healing, and I think Ataya is fantastic. I love her. The reason I keep bringing Donna up is because she's the one I discovered energy medicine through. I didn't even know what this was or why it worked until I discovered her via Mind Valley online. So again, I apologize for bringing her up so much, but I want to give credit where it's due. So anyway, this is the last one I've seen her do, and I've found it very helpful during times of stress. All you do is take your left hand, put it on your forehead, and put your fingers at the top of your head. And then you take your right hand, and you're going to just go opposite, but what you're going to do with your right fingers is stick them between your tendons, between the fingers down here. As you go down, you should be able to feel tendons between them. So you should be able to get 3 fingers, or even 4, into those tendons and just hold them into this position. I'm going to just move this part of my arm out of the way because I want to try to at least make eye contact with you as we're doing this. But you can just keep your arm in front of your head because this needs to be a comfortable position. It's not comfortable doing this, but I'm just doing this for the purpose of this video. So why don't we take a couple of breaths here? I'm going to move my arm back in front of my face, so we're going to lose eye contact momentarily, but I just need this to be comfortable. So let's take, say, 3 in and out breaths here. Reiki breathing once again. So again, in through the nose, out through the mouth, tongue touching the roof of the mouth on the inhale, and then you can let it drop for the exhale. So a couple of breaths here. One more in breath. And out. And same thing as before with all of the energy healing exercises that I do. The out breath you can do however you want. You can do a whooshing, you can make a sound. A lot of the trainers that I've worked with in the past do make vocal noises. I just don't do that because it feels forced. And I've been taught over and over with energy healing that the most important thing is that it should feel right. It shouldn't feel forced. It shouldn't feel like you're phoning it in or anything like that. It should feel natural. Anyway, all that said, I hope those exercises were helpful to you. Thank you so much for coming to see my channel. Please let me know in the comments down